Good evening, bringing you the latest news for tonight. I am LAYAGUIN and this is Eurotv News Thread. For the stories, stronger alliance between Philippines and United States is expected to be established after the visit of U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Criza Lopez for the story.
The Philippines and the United States plan to further strengthen their alliance following the visit of U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken to the Philippines. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is scheduled to have a discussion with Secretary Blinken. This morning, Blinken arrived in the Philippines after his stop in South Korea. Based on the Statement of Communication, Secretary Cheloy Garfield, the purpose of the visit of the Secretary of the United States is to discuss the development of bilateral ties between the Philippines and the U.S. in relation to their commitment to strengthen the cooperation of the countries in pursuance to the countries' common interests. Foreign Secretary Enrique Manalo asserted that the intention of the visit is to review the developments in the region and globally that may have a significant effect on security and economic development. Manalo did not elaborate on what aspect of security the two countries' officials will discuss. However, the U.S. Secretary came when China is more aggressive in the region. The DFA Secretary added that they aim to determine the right course to implement the directives of President Marcos and Joe Biden. This is Criza Lopez for Eurotv News.
Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri signed the arrest order filed against Pastor Apollo Quiboloy following his unsatisfactory explanation on ditching Senate hearings regarding complaints against him. In the recently signed arrest order, it stated that due to Quiboloy's refusal to appear before the committee and just sending his counsel to explain his absence, he is now cited in contempt of the committee, thus ordering his arrest and detention. Zubiri stated that the signing of the arrest warrant is ministerial and legal after the committee chairperson Senator Risa Hontiveros found no merit on Quiboloy's reason. Upon the issuance of the order, Hontiveros expressed her gratitude to Zubiri's signing, noting that Quiboloy does not have the right to mock and disrespect the order and ruling of the Senate. She added that once Quiboloy is arrested, they will be scheduling a hearing for him to appear and answer the inquiries of the panel. Furthermore, she stated that the hearing can be conducted anytime now, that there is already an arrest order versus the pastor. In related news, the Department of Justice or DOJ confirmed on Tuesday the initiation of the legal proceedings regarding the criminal charges transferred by a Davao City Regional Trial Court against Pastor Apollo Quiboloy and 5 other co-accused. In a press release, DOJ announced that the court has started the legal proceedings over sexual and child abuse and qualified human trafficking complaints against Quiboloy and his associates. In particular, Quiboloy is facing charges upon violations of Section 59B of other sexual abuse and additional complaints under Section 10A for other acts of child abuse of Republic Act No. 7610 alongside Jacqueline Roy, Crescente Canada, Pauline Canada, Ingrid Canada, and Sylvia Semanes. Meanwhile, the accused are also facing charges upon violation of Section 4A of RA 9208 for qualified human trafficking originally filed before the Pasig City RTC. Following the start of the proceedings, DOJ expressed their dedication in enforcing the laws, further stating that no individual, regardless of their position, is above the law. Stay tuned for more news when News Thread returns.
Init? Umuulan na naman? Ang init! Umuulan na naman?
Opisyal nang kinumpirma ang pagtama ng El Nino sa Pilipinas. Ang El Nino ay maaaring magdulot ng biglang buhos ng ulan na susundan ng matinding sikat ng araw. Pangunahing dahilan nito sa pagsulpot ng iba't ibang karamdaman. Tandaan, ang kahandaan ay nagsisimula sa taong may alam. Mas protektado ang pamilya kung tayo ay handa at listo.
For other news, various agencies assigned to the supervision of Semana Santa have pledged 100% deployment of personnel to ensure safe and orderly observance of the holiday. More from this report. No holidays for personnel and units of PITX, Quezon City Police Department, and QC Traffic and Transportation Department on duty for the upcoming celebration of Holy Week. This is following the confirmation from the heads of the three departments during QC Journalist Forum this March 19 that all units of their departments will be on duty during the observance of the holiday. Aside from pledging full force of their ground crews and personnel, PITX Senior Corporate Affairs Officer Colleen Hervasio Calbasa expressed that they already provided additional buses and security units in preparation for about 1.7 million passengers in the terminal starting this Friday until April 1.
Meron naman po tayong usual na dagdag na units for buses, specifically for Bicol trips dahil yan po yung pinakamabenta natin ruta. And of course, pagka naman po kailangan natin special permits, magkakaroon naman po ng assigned LTFRB personnel sa ating terminal. And then for safety, nagdagdag po tayo nagpag-augment po tayo ng PNP sa ating terminal, which is mga around 74%.
In terms of other security and safety concerns, Calbasa added that they have coordinated with Red Cross, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency for drug tests for drivers and conductors, and augmented 74 personnel from Philippine National Police, including K9 units to be deployed in the terminal. Quezon City LGU will also deploy 100% of its service force to monitor situations in bus terminals, traffic flow, and queuing of passengers and people during Holy Week. QC Traffic and Transport Management Department Chief Dexter Cardena stated that aside from the 750 traffic enforcers, there are about 2,000 total personnel to be deployed to ensure tight security among places that will be crowded during the period.
Like this, meron na kaming template for that. So, may mga deployment po tayo in every terminals in particularly dito sa Cubao. And comes to sa mga simbahan po natin na dadagsayin ng mga tao to practice their religious practices ay nakahanda rin po ating mga the law and order cluster again, cluster po yan na sama-sama yung may ibang department ng Quezon City like the QCPD, the TTMD, DPOS, Task Force Discipline and QCDR may nakadeploy din sa proximity ng ating mga simbahan to make sure that the traffic flow in that area would be addressed. And likewise, yung mga pilgrimage na pupunta sa mga Antipolo and Coroto, yung mga Quirino Highway, Aurora Boulevard, make sure na doon yung mga ating mga tao to assist yung mga pilgrimage na naglalakad to provide them some assistance if needed.
Meanwhile, QCPD also guaranteed all-out deployment of security units for the same purpose, in which more than 3,000 personnel are already deployed as of today. QCPD Police Lieutenant Colonel Mayhenio said that security measures also included 24/7 checkpoints, round-the-clock patrols, and tighter security, particularly in places that will be too crowded.
Ay meron tayong nasa 3,000, mahigit 3,000 po na kapulisan na nandito po sa QCPD. Bukod po sa aking nabanggit, maglalagay po tayo ng assistance hubs along major thoroughfares, lalo na po ngayong Holy Week. Maglalagay rin tayo ng police assistance desk sa places of convergence like malls, house of worships, at yung mga tourist areas natin. Maglalagay din po tayo ng police dyan. May police assistance desk po dyan. Bukod po dun sa mga naka-uniforme, nakipag-coordinate din tayo sa force multipliers at may mga police din po na in plain clothes na magsisimba para dagdag seguridad po sa mga kababayan natin na pupunta ng simbahan.
Still in regards to security, the three departments also advised and reminded the public to ensure personal preparedness and security, including tighter house security, safe travel on private vehicles, avoidance of bringing prohibited materials in PITX, and more. This is Mia LAYAGUIN for Eurotv News. Meanwhile, illegal drugs worth more than 300 million pesos gets busted by Bureau of Customs inside supposed balikbayan boxes. Our senior news correspondent Henry Nicolas for the details.
The Bureau of Customs Port of Manila intercepted an estimated 337.73 million pesos worth of illegal drugs concealed in balikbayan boxes. The shipment underwent initial verification and canine inspection based on X-ray images. Following the canine inspection, the balikbayan boxes proceeded through mobile X-ray rapid scan for further scrutiny. Representatives from the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency or PDEA Canine Unit and the consignee were present to witness the physical examination. The findings from the physical examination revealed that 18 balikbayan boxes contained unlawful goods. Among them, 5 boxes contained 122 packs or 132,100 grams of marijuana or kush valued at 158 million and 520,000 pesos. Furthermore, 13 boxes were found to have 344 packs of marijuana weighing 147.007 grams with an estimated value of 176 million and 408,400 pesos. Both the forwarder and the owner of the boxes are currently under investigation for alleged breaches of the Public Act 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002 and the Republic Act 10863 Section 118, which pertains to the Customs Modernization and Tariff Act. This is Henry Nicolas for Eurotv News.
For news abroad and the ongoing conflict in Gaza, the World Health Organization is concerned about its impact on the largest hospital in the area where several health workers, patients, and individuals remain. Dan Villegas on this report.
The World Health Organization, or WHO, is alarmed by the scale of the ongoing fighting at Gaza's largest hospital, Al-Shifa, due to the operations being conducted by Israeli forces in the area. It warns that the ongoing fighting in the area is dangerous for health workers, patients, and civilians. According to the Health Ministry of the Hamas-run Gaza Strip, many residents adjacent to the hospital reported exchanges of gunfire and victims of the incident, who are unable to be helped by the government due to the increasing artillery fire. The Hamas government's media office was condemned as a war crime of the storming of the Al-Shifa medical complex with tanks, drones and weapons, and shootings. It said thousands of displaced Palestinians remain there. Hospitals protected by international humanitarian law have been repeatedly targeted by Israeli attacks in Gaza since the outbreak of the conflict on October 7th. The Israeli military accuses Hamas of using the medical facilities as a command center, which it denies. The Israeli military previously attacked Al-Shifa in November in an operation where it claimed to have found weapons and other military equipment in room inside and beneath the hospital. Islamic militias also took approximately 250 hostages, with Israel believing that around 130 remain in Gaza, including 33 presumed dead. Israel, which have vowed to destroy Hamas and free hostages, has waged a relentless bombing campaign and ground offensive that Gaza's health ministry says has killed at least 31,726 people, mostly women and children. This is Dan Villegas for Eurotv News.
Now for our entertainment news, the daughter of actor and its Showtime host Jong Hilario gathered more than 1 million views on her song cover Fly Me to the Moon. More of the details at the entertainment news brought by Angelica Galvez.
Progress overload. That is what its Showtime host and actor Jong Hilario feel as the song cover of her daughter Sarina Hilario gathered 1.3 million views. At an interview, Jong said that he is overwhelmed on the support Sarina is receiving. Jong also advised his fellow parents to talk to their children because it helps a pivotal role in their development. He also mentioned that creating her own short vlogs is what Sarina enjoys. He also shared that as Sarina approaches her 3rd birthday this March, Jong revealed that she has been invited at an all-expenses-paid trip at Hong Kong Disneyland. This is Angelica Galvez for Eurotv News.
And that's the latest news for tonight. You may visit eurotvpage.com for more news and information. You may also catch our live broadcast in our social accounts and via Pinoy Exchange channel. This has been Mia Layagin and this is Eurotv News Trend. Stay safe and have a good night, everyone.